So we're at VidCon right now, and is this your guys' first VidCon, or?
Actually, it's not.
Really?
I came to VidCon a few years back, and because I was like on Musical.ly.
Oh, she's
I was
an
on influencer. That was my Musical.ly influencer era, and I remember I performed at the Musical.ly stage.
Did you actually?
Guys, I was like 4 feet tall. I don't know how they let me in.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I was Hello Kylie at the time. That was my stage name.
I've not been here. This is my first time, but I want footage of this. This sounds amazing.
We're gonna look back at
we
it.
need that.
Let's put it in here.
Okay, well, you've been here before. Is it crazy that this whole thing is literally like centered around like Rise of Red? Like the literal lanyards are Rise of Red. Like, is that crazy
they?
to you? Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Everyone's wearing the Rise of Red lanyards and everything's. Yeah.
That's so
How does it feel to have like the whole thing centered around you guys?
It feels crazy. It's kind of hard to even comprehend, especially, given that last time I came here, I was like, I don't like, this is crazy. I'm literally a little kid. I don't think any person here knows who I am. So it's definitely cool, like, coming in this way and just getting to talk about our movie finally.
I know, it's been such a hot second of us just sitting on it quietly is so exciting. I mean, it's such an extravagant movie that I feel like we wanted to share it so easily on.
Yes.
Our close friend stories were always like,
It's coming,
you guys
guys,
want
I
to see
swear.
it soon, it's coming. Yeah, so this is so real.
And when I was walking in here, there were lines out the door of fans. Like, how does it feel to like finally get to see like the fans for this movie?
Oh, it's so special. I mean, that's why we do it, and it's just so cool. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, our dream is just for if even one group of little girlfriends get together at a sleepover to watch this movie, and it makes them happy, and they sing the songs and dress up. Like, that's the ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal. So it's so nice to see everyone in flesh for the first time. Because it's really all just been online. You never really think of,
It doesn't you're
it
not
doesn't
able to
soak
grasp
in.
it when it's just online. I feel.
Yeah, exactly. So seeing everyone in person, like dressed up or having the books, and we saw our dolls for the first time.
Our dolls.
And we
today.
signed
Our
our dolls. Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was so
gosh.
crazy. It
That's
was
like
so
you've
sweet.
made it. Like, this is crazy.
Like tears.
Oh
tears.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Tears.
that bathroom.
And speaking of the fans, what is your guys' favorite, like, craziest fan interaction?
Oh shoot. For this or for anything?
Anything. Just ever.
Have you had a little stalker yet, Kylie?
Oh my gosh.
I remember one moment that was like a tiny bit interesting. I mean, it was like cute because it was a little girl and her dad. I remember my dad and I went through this phase where we were riding bird scooters a lot. Like, just
I
like
love bird
through my
scooters.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
That's so real.
Before I got hurt, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put that to bed. But I would like just be riding around my neighborhood, and I remember like me and my dad had been riding around for like 30 minutes at this point, and then we kind of like turn onto my street, and then a car pulls up, and it's like a little girl. She rolls down the window. She's like, Gabby, from my other show, Gabby Duran. She was like, that's Gabby. And then her dad was like, we had been following you guys around for like, an hour.
Oh, I've heard about this. Yeah, I was like, what?
That's cute. I mean, I had no idea. So yeah, good to be aware. I mean, they were really cute, but
Yeah, it is good to be aware.
Just a little interesting.
I had my email got leaked at some point, and so I got really
old spam emails.
I know. The thing was, I like transferred schools at that point, so I was like, okay, I need to keep up with all my school emails. And then this one person, I don't know who it was, had my email, and they were like, hi! And it was, it's always good intentions. It's just like, I remember being like 13 and being like, I need to find my math test. I can't be dealing with this right now. I'm like, my test isn't tomorrow. Is at stake right now, guys. I was like, please. But no, it's always fun. It's always good, yeah.
So you mentioned one of your other projects. Like, tell me a little bit about your guys' experiences in the industry.
we hate it. We don't want to be here. No, I'm just kidding. We love
Guys,
it.
get us out of here. No, I mean, I started off as like a dancer competitively, did that for many years, and then kind of transitioned into releasing little covers on YouTube, and then acting and small commercials here and there, and then I booked my own Disney series called Gabby Duran when I was 13.
Was that your first big project?
Yeah, it was. It was so much fun. I have the most special place in my heart for that show, and yeah, now flash
you're here,
forward,
girl.
we're at VidCon.
Starring
VidCon!
Yeah.
And the whole VidCon center around you guys is just crazy.
Wild. But no, I started in the industry when I was 11, and my mom, I live in a really tiny town, and we're an hour from the city where all the auditions were going to be held. My mom's a single mom, I have a younger sister, we were dancing all the time like crazy, competitive dancer as well, and that was kind of always the base. I did theater for a little bit, and so I just wanted to continue in the acting realm, but she gave me 1 year. If I booked something very important in 1 year, she knew it was a sign from the universe for me to keep going, and it was a year to the day I got Babysitter's Club. And
You were in the Babysitters Club?
yeah, did you watch it?
Yes!
I'm
Miss
Marianne.
right here.
I'm the one with the little glasses.
I
Yeah.
got like the little comic books from Barnes &
Oh
Noble.
my
and I was like,
gosh!
"They're so good.
Wait a second.
I love Babysitters Club.
Yes.
No, the fandom is insane.
Yes,
Like,
you-
I'll just be walking around with Malia and they'll be like, Marianne!
I still see edits of that on my
Really?
For You
Okay,
page.
but the thing is,
Yeah.
that it was during COVID. It came out in 2020, and that was all of our first projects. We never got a premiere. The first premiere will be Descendants Rise of Red for me,
Oh,
which I'm so
wow.
excited. Yeah,
Okay.
girl. So
That's
it's
a great
just-
first premiere.
It's crazy to think that people actually watched it.
No, I
Because
watched it.
I'm
With my
happy
little
to
sister.
hear that.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. So no, it's crazy to be here now. Having the ultimatum from my mother dearest. So it seems to have worked out.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, the glow up goes crazy.
That's crazy. She said, "Wow, you're Marianne."
Yeah.
Yeah, girl. I know, crazy.
Tell me a little bit about the audition process for these characters that you're playing.
Ooh, you want to hit it off?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely not super eventful in the sense that I was doing my audition on Zoom, so it was just like me in my living room, sweatpants on.
real?
I was just dressed from like the top
Yeah, no,
up.
that's so real. Like
And barefoot and wearing sweats. But yeah, I did the audition. I mean, from the minute that I read the script, I was like, oh, I'd love to get this. Like, already I'm a huge Descendants fan. I loved the character. So I hopped on a Zoom with like 40 Disney executives, and I was like, let's just go for it, see what happens.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then, yeah, like a couple days later, I got the call. It was very casual. They were like, all right, you're going to be the Princess of Wonderland. Of course, I was like freaking out and crying and so excited, but it's super cash, But I think it was a little different for Malia.
This girl, every single interview we've had with this question, she's been like, "Oh, in a couple days, I got it." Blah blah.
For you, it was the long process.
No, it was just like the craziest process. It
They
was
had her like sending in like 10 different covers that they wanted you to send.
I was on, and they recognized at some point that I also played instruments. So I was like on my guitar strumming it. At some point, they were like, "Do a little folk song." I was like, "Okay, I can play guitar." And they were like, "Okay, now Alicia Keys' moment with the piano." And I was like, "Okay." And then they were like, "Just pretend you're singing in your car with some like, I don't know, Kelly Clarkson." And I was like, okay. No, literally, I was belting, but it was funny because I had the audition with you on Zoom, and I was just so excited. The audition lasted like for an hour, but in the audition I said Aurora Dawn instead of Auradon, so I thought that I didn't book it. And then the next,
on
that
that
one,
for a
no,
while.
that's like one of those things that's like, okay,
yeah,
I'll think about it for years after, and I'm obviously still thinking about it 2 years later.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. And so, the next day they had me send in all these things, and then they told me if I didn't get a call by 6 o'clock that night that I wouldn't get it, and it
Oh
was
my
like
gosh. So you're sitting there like,
5:50, and they were
No.
like, I don't know, girl. They called me. They're like, I have some news. And I'm like,
oh no.
They did that to I'm like in the city, like tearing up. I'm like, I didn't get it. And they were like, you're gonna be a Disney princess. And it was the sweetest thing ever. Yeah.
And what was it like building these characters, like essentially from scratch, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the fun thing about our characters is there wasn't really any sort of model to follow because of the fact that, you know, these characters are brand new in this universe. There hasn't been a daughter of the Queen of Hearts yet. There hasn't been a daughter of Cinderella. So there was a lot of creative freedom in, you know, having this blank canvas to kind of paint and just have fun with. But I think Red is like the most fun character to play, and she's so multi-dimensional, and you know, she's this villain and she can do all these cool, like, she's so athletic and a badass, but then she also like has a heart and has a softer side that I think really comes out when she meets Chloe. So
Yeah, and I feel like the same thing with Chloe. I think what really like solidified who she was to me is meeting you and like seeing how you're playing Red for the first time, because at that heart it is that like back and forth that makes the duo what it is. So Chloe being this perfectionist, people pleaser, daughter of Cinderella and Prince Charming was just so, I think, perfect, and having your edge and kind of shifting her world made it all the more real and
totally
human.
Made it more clear once we got on set
Yeah.
together and I had you to bounce off of.
Yeah.
It, like solidified
It's
our
hard being
characters
like
even
the
more.
corner of your room being like, I love this character and it's so great. So yeah.
Practicing the lines with your
No,
parents.
in your mirror like,
I'm asking
hi.
my dad, do your best Chloe impression, okay?
Okay, well, this was so much fun. I had so much fun talking to you guys and meeting you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Whose side are you on?
Say it. Sorry. What's my name? What's my name?
Hi, I'm Kylie.
And I'm Malia,
And
you've just been buzzed.
I'm a rebel, I'm a menace, I'm a rebel girl, yeah. Slipping through the shadows like an ultraviolet.